We are against fracking because this activity is made up by creating vertical holes in the soil to reach up the formation that contains gas and petroleum. Then they make some horizontal holes in different directions with a huge amount of territory, and this makes that rock break apart. Doing this activity makes that the environment suffer different severe consequences, like the decrease of water because fracking requires an approx of 9 to 29 million liters of water, and this take out from the domestic uses. Also, water is contaminated with chemical products and rocky sand because they use many chemical products in the fluids they use to create the holes. Fracking causes some impacts in health because some of the substances they use are radioactive, so this could make that some persons develop cancer. Also, they can cause allergies and damage in the endocrine and nervous system. Global warming is increasing because meanwhile they are doing this activity, different gases are released, like methane, sulfur dioxide, nitric oxide, and carbon dioxide. These can also cause earthquakes nearby the zones. Other consequences this cause is that the roads also seem affected because all the heavy trucks need to transport the things from one place to another. After investigating, we concluded that fracking represents a danger more than it does an opportunity, since major freshwater resources are being contaminated and enough to be extremely toxic, to the point where they can't even be cleaned by a treatment plant, and this wouldn't even represent a risk or an issue since it could be manageable not to be contaminating these resources. But it is continuously being affected due to the negligence of both companies and corporations, since these energy resources are the key to geopolitical power, and countries like the USA keep using this method in order to remain a superpower for at least the next 2 generations. Another factor that affects our opinion is the fact that even though animal agriculture is the main cause of methane being released into the atmosphere, which can be up to 25 times more harmful for the environment than carbon dioxide, fracking releases this greenhouse gas in large amounts. It also requires huge amounts of energy to be performed, since the drilling holes are exhausted quicker than for classical natural gas wells. Fracking, in spite of being more expensive in comparison with other extracting methods, is now appealing and profitable due to the exhaustion of conventional extracting methods. In the short to medium terms, this can appear to be the answer to our fuel needs, but the repercussions on our environment and drinking water should not be underestimated.